Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Sony ICF-38. This is an AM/FM, all analog circuit, portable radio. During this video, I'll perform an evening AM band scan, but first we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third I'll start cruising the evening band. So here it is, the legendary Sony ICF-38. Now we all know during the evening, most of our radios wake up. The reason being for that is there's a lot of RF energy and it can transfer very easily during the night on this what they call the sky wave instead of the ground wave. So with medium wave, you'll pick up a lot with an older radio on the AM band. Just sometimes some radios do it better than others. We'll see how this one fares. The Sony ICF-38 is a legendary radio because it's simplistic and it does a fine job. Very accurate on the dial. There's a lot to this. If you're looking to buy one, they run about 20 to 30 bucks on eBay. I'll have links down in the paid links section. You can check it out. Great deals can be had. I would say you could find a good one for around 25, mint almost, because I was looking there and I saw some good ones for around 25, 30 bucks. And then anything over, you might be able to find new in box for right around 40 to 50 bucks. That's pretty awesome for a cool radio like this. So let's check it out, the Sony ICF-38 feature-wise. Left-hand side, we got normal plastics. These are meant to last forever, let me tell you. Going to the front, we got Sony emblazoned there in their separate little logo. Speaker grill, and behind that plastic speaker grill, we have a 3.5-inch speaker, or technically 9.2 centimeters, or 3 5/8 of an inch. Weird, 3.5 inch. Over here we have, it says 2-band radio. Nothing special there. The ICF-38, now the 36 has a weather band, if you're wondering, and also TV bands, but since they took away the analog TV, we don't have that anymore in the US. So we do have AM/FM on this radio. Works out pretty good. Tuning LED turns red when we're in tune. Typically I'll see this on strong daytime stations. In the evening we'll see how that works. Interesting dial here. I love this. FM and AM with the white lettering. As you can see, FM's 88 to 108. AM's full expanded 530 to 1710. And you got log scales for each. I've seen people where they put little markers right above here on their favorite stations. That's pretty cool. You do the same thing at the bottom here. That's the way to do it. Band select switch, FM, AM. We'll leave it on AM. Going to the right-hand side of the radio, we have a tuning wheel. We have a tone control, high, low. We're going to leave it on low. It sounds the best. It takes the hiss away. Leave it on high. It's a little too much hiss on the radio. Volume control and earphone jack. You plug in headphones and it's left ear only, just so you know. You've been told. Power switch. Nice. So you have your station set and your volume set the way you like it. And all you gotta do is turn it on and you're ready to rock. Flush fitting handle. Wow, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? That sucker is perfect. Ah, that's the way to do it. See, don't mess with success, right? There it is. If it works, don't fix it. It works fantastic. I like that. Our whip antenna here for FM reception is 24.5 inches and swivels 360 degrees to get you that reception you need. I like that. Let's pop that back in there. Even has a little finger spot to grab it. Go to the back hand side of the radio here. Let's see what we got going on. We have a little placard with some information, so we get that into focus. There you go. It's AC or DC, which is fantastic. We have a little vented area where you can see the PCB down in there. Cool. I'm not sure what we can see. Not a whole lot. Behind this battery compartment, I'd open it up, but the AA's will go flying for some reason. They're spring-loaded, and at the center, they just pop out. But there's 4 AA batteries here, and there's an AC cord right in this area, separate compartment. Permanently attached to the radio, and there's a transformer inside the radio. So all you gotta do is plug this thing in, and off you go. You don't even need batteries. So if you're gonna operate this from home, which most people probably will for its size, you're ready to go. If you want to take it on the road, you got the 4 AA's. I would say 4 AA's, if you lose power in short term, it works out pretty good. But for long term, I think you'll go through AA's fairly quickly with this radio. So there you go. And the bottom, I think the transformer sits near there. There's a vented area. Cool. So do a quick size comparison. There's our cruising the evening band to hear what we can pick up tonight. Hopefully some cool stations. Okay, here we are. CC Pocket. Current time is 11:36 p.m. That's Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, a northwest suburb. Give you an idea. Yeah, add 5 hours for UTC. This is the Skywave 2 by C-Crane. I like this radio. AM, FM stereo, weather alert, airband, shortwave. A great little radio for the money. Sounds excellent on headphones. We have an antenna jack now. Micro USB. They're making a step up for mini, but Type-C would have been nice, but that might happen. You can see for size. Boom. We'll use this as a frequency checker if we get lost, which is possible in the evening because there's a lot going on. You hear a lot of 2 or 3 different stations. If you don't have those 2 radios, guess what I have? Deck of cards, right? Standard size playing cards. And who might that be? Iron Man! Yeah! I'm the man with the master plan. Stop spinning me, Todderbert. I'm going to hit you in the head, man. I'm Iron Man. I like the Sony radio, man. Okay, you get the idea. I didn't really show you much, but playing cards, radio. Playing cards, radio. Okay, you get it. All right, let's turn this thing on. Engaging power switch. Static. Got some storms in the north in Wisconsin. Some storms to the east and west. Not major ones, but they're there. We might pick up some of them. Start tuning. Okay, our first station here, 540. I believe in this direction we're WAUK, or excuse me, CBK, Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles. Let's see if we can't pick that up with the loop. Got a Terk Advantage Passive Loop. This thing's fantastic. If you're an AM listener, this is the one to invest in. Tuning the knob. See if we can improve performance. Wait, I'm all the way at the top. Hold on.
We don't have a national drug awareness campaign in Canada, and we don't have one in Manitoba, so I'm hoping that no thanks can come that campaign and really warn people that recreational drugs today are not safe. A lot of people...
So that's fantastic. Look at this $25 radio and a $45 loop. Rockin. You can get loops that are cheaper or make your own too as well. But we'll listen to 1,000 miles away. Nice. Okay, let's turn the radio to the north.
If you can't run, you shouldn't even have the nuclear code. What about the idea that...
Here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles, 400 watts to the north.
Biden just says, talk to my doctor and suggested it.
Okay, keep going.
Well, it comes in as a...
It's for every yin, there's a yin. Ken, thanks. Fred, real quick, you're on the Big Spot 50 KTRS.
Yeah, how are you today, Mungo?
I'm good, Fred. How are you?
So you did say KTRS real quickly there. I don't know if you caught that. 550 St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
I believe you did.
Early in the thing.
We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Harris was liberal on illegal immigration before she ever reached the White House.
It is amassing
Oh,
$1,000. I want to give it to
feels
you
impossible
here.
for some people.
Let's talk to people right now who go, baby step one, get $1,000 a bank. Jade, I am broke.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north. You can point the radio to the south. It's bidirectional, which is nice. We're using the internal ferrite antenna, by the way. Some people don't know that. It's a ferrite rod with a coil of wire around it, capturing the AM signals. Amplitude modulation. Nice.
Money today. That's what Facebook.
Give me an example. We're
Marketplace.
selling clothes.
I'm
We're selling
clothes.
Country music coming to us from CFCO 630, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts to the northeast. I have to point it to the west because I'm trying to null out a station to the south. We'll see if we can pick that up. Pretty much CFCO is dominating. That's good.
It's his 4th Olympics, and he says it's an incredible honor to represent the United States on a global stage.
Yeah, we got some crackling coming from the north, northwest. Those storms are 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1600 watts at night.
All-Star Game, the best female basketball
Black
players
Information
in the
Network.
world took to the floor in Phoenix for Saturday night's match. And Enrique Ogu.
650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. And you can see the accuracy of the dials right on the money, 650. Yeah, I love that green high visibility indicator as well. And those white numerals, beautiful.
Allowing professionals. I think it's cool. I was watching, I didn't witness it, but when the U.S. won hockey against Russia way back,
Yeah.
that was so cool that it was amateurs, and it was like more about your country.
670 the score. WSCR Chicago coming in pretty strong. I wasn't going to be able to pick up 660, I don't think.
I really like it when it's amateurs. I wish they'd go back to that. But on the NFL level, here's my question to you, and my grievance.
Yeah, Nashville and 670. There's like no room for 660.
Of the 90s who lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, what they must have felt like. Like, you can get close, but you're just not going to get there. And that's what the 49ers are turning into, so I wanted to propose my dream scenario.
It's the Marketers Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells
Beautiful when it's all clean.
speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly.
Should be WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
Where the news is, and bringing
Looking right at
in
the dial here.
content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months.
6 months, I would be taking it to the scrapyard because it would look like garbage. Just like everything else I own.
Oh, yeah, really.
Yeah.
Understand that one, to say the least.
720 WGN Chicago, the Raleigh James Show.
Concerned, but I guess the debate will come on. So Puch was not made in Czechoslovakia. I'm right about this. Okay. But, so that was Austria. But then the question is, did CZ, and I can't find out yet, make something for Sears? Or
730 might be in there. That music there is CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. Hopefully that comes in better tonight. That's pretty rough.
Good as Mr. Bang Bang Man.
I've put several records in Mr. Bang Bang Man.
7636. Simple.
Full board with
Classics and required to qualify.
Also had swift reaction from the DOT. What can you tell us?
Well, look, it's a whole new race this morning.
Okay, we can see this is 750 or what this is.
Solidifying stacks behind Kamala Harris. There's a new
And think of it this way. Donald Trump is
Yeah, so we're just picking up 750 WSB Atlanta, Georgia. 630 miles to the southeast. Nice.
60 next month. That's significantly younger than Donald Trump at 78.
Or get help. Go to covenanthouse.org. Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns,
Jumps right to 780.
take back control.
I believe.
The IRS can seize your bank accounts.
Oh, 760 coming in like a local. Nice. WGR. Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Shield offers a price protection.
Beautiful.
Protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB. So call 800-466-9625.
I-57 to Bishop Ford and DuSable Lakeshore Drive in good shape. Tri-State Tollway northbound pretty heavy. Irving
780 WBBM News Radio. Now we can go and hit the tone control here.
absolutely fine. Jane Addams, the rest of the tollways are in pretty good shape. I-80 eastbound moving okay. Westbound looking much better too. 80-94 Northwest Indiana.
I'll leave it on low. It has a nice subtle tone to it.
94 I-65 Indiana Toll Road and Chicago Skyway.
There's a hint of 770 in here. WABC. New York, New York. Hard to get definition on the signal.
67 tomorrow for periods of clouds and sun. A bit more humid with an afternoon thunderstorm and some.
Right there. Bringing the Terk.
Do something meaningful when he joined the United States Marine Corps. Deployed twice in Iraq, once in Afghanistan. He served for several prideful years.
There we go, 770 WABC, New York, New York. Clarified with the loop here. The Terk Advantage coming in to save the day.
We received a specially adapted smart home from the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, lifting a financial burden off their shoulders. Your support allows Tunnel to Towers to build mortgage-free smart homes for our most severely injured veterans and first responders, with each designed to
body was pulled out of Lake Michigan.
Chicago police say that just Jamal Myers, Toronto City Councilor and CTC Chair. The LCBO will reopen tomorrow. Our long provincial nightmare is over.
I think it's CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, on 800 AM. This is 270 miles northeast.
Except it is worth noting the union didn't really get.
That's how it sounded on AM 570 LA Sports. The Dodgers beat the Giants 3-2.
Hey, what do you got?
Hi, Coach. Well, I'll tell you what I got. I got a sharing thought for you.
I think he's a WBAP 820. This is Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles to the south-southwest.
Then maybe stop. He's not going to run for president. But what's your phone, baby?
It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Sidekicks can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive...
California Psychics, I need a little direction. WCCO 830, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles to the west.
All right, I think one of the worst things about Major League Baseball that we don't like, at least me and Chris Tubbs have mentioned this before on Final Pitch and on the Late Show, is that whenever the Twins, and this is more so at Target Field, but anyway.
Okay.
And, of course, Trump will stop it in Ukraine, but it will continue in Israel.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. We're on ground zero, and then Coast to Coast comes on at 12, and it runs till 4 a.m.
And you're right about Israel. You're right about that. It's not going to stop in Israel. It may stop in Ukraine, but
it was out at the American Century Celebrity Golf Tournament. He was talking about how he's in the best shape of his life.
We're picking up KOA 850, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west. So yeah, this little all-analog sweetheart will get the radio stations you want at night, just like any other big stick radios. When I say big stick radios, we're talking about C-Crane's EP Pro, 200mm ferrite, CC Radio 2E and 3. You also got the Sangen PRD5, you got the Panasonic RF2200, and you got your GE Super Radios. 1, 2, and I think 3 has the big ferrite in it. Let's tune this with the Terk Advantage here.
Best shape he's ever been in, talking about skin old chunky and all that kind of stuff. So, interesting to see if Baker can continue to build on what he put together last year. The Bucks believe he can do it.
Made a big difference.
Obviously Dave Canales has moved on as the head coach of the Panthers, but Liam Cohen in there is a pretty good OC, and so
nice.
I'm fascinated with what Tampa does, and shout out.
Utiliser les sommes économisées grâce à l'économie de partage pour consommer plus ou prendre l'avion plus.
Right next to it's 860. This is CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. 460 miles northeast, and our French speakers.
Marketplace, l'intention est bonne, mais on annule une partie du gain.
Can brush up on your French.
S'inspirer de nos réseaux de bibliothèques publiques pour imaginer des plaques tournantes de partage d'objets à travers le pays.
Oh my God, he's making this much money. How could he be making this much money? Oh, he totally deserves. 855-212. I think we get there this week. But I would be fascinated to know what the hang-up is.
The speaker here is WWL on 870. New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
When you're starting practice and your quarterback, who you drafted when you did not need to draft him.
Not bad for a July evening.
You knew it was coming.
Teacher and comedian Marlon Wayans, raised in Manhattan's Chelsea neighborhood, 52.
Okay, I don't know if you can recognize the speaker here. This is 880 WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
Let's see, singer-songwriter Mr. Dalvin the Great, also 53. All right, 90s, Color Me Bad singer Sam Waters, turning 54. 80s and 90s model and actor Stephanie Seymour, 56.
I'm getting old.
Roses and Velvet Revolver lead guitarist Slash Saul Hudson is
890 WLS local Chicago.
All right, let's go to the phones. Let's
a little quicker. Yeah, 940 WFAW for Atkinson, Wisconsin. They play some good music and it comes in good at night.
Industries they cover, they're also talking about the players in a way that is kind of they spill a lot of tea.
Yes, they do. That's why I do love it. Dan, before I let you go, it's been a decade of 10% happier. What's going to happen in the next 10 years? No pressure. But what's the plan?
I'm 6 years into writing the sequel, and so that, for me, is a massive focus. The central
990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's northwest, 675 miles.
And hopefully it'll be out in 2025. I am also increasingly moving into...
Michelle Smallman, and coming up Tuesday, we continue our ESPN Rank 'em series with the top 5 NFL jerseys. It's unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding.
This is 1000 WMVP, Chicago, ESPN Radio.
Jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, the breakdown that
76, independence, and I want to say this, God intervened in that war with George Washington.
Amen.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles to the east.
shoot him in the head, and they only clipped his ear. #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search. The big talk station.
Get 20% off your Cardia Mobile 6 data. Chief Marketing Officer.
Let us continue.
America. Files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info.
Trying to get WBZ is kind of smashed in between 1020 there a bit. This is 1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
They say to make your side alive. Bob in Dunbar, West Virginia, WCHS, thank you. Paul in Zanesville, WHIG, the music means I gotta go. Paul in Boise, Evergreen, Nancy, Pat, God bless.
A Leadership Minute with Dave Ramsey from the Entree Leadership Podcast.
Hey, Joe, what's up?
Local, WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin on 1050.
So I did about $175,000, and out of that, I paid myself.
At Bucks County Estate Traders. One piece of advice, make sure you have time when you come here. The 58,000 square foot showroom is a furniture wonderland. Quality high-end pieces with inventory changing daily. It's all here.
KYW 1060, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Name brands. They'll ship anywhere, or you can pick up in-store. Bucks.
Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by...
Music here is KAAY 1090, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles to the south.
AM 1090 KAAY Little Rock is streaming online at 1090kaay.com. A Cumulus. Children.
We rarely get that. Wow, that's good.
And our best hope for a better future.
Awesome.
Uprex.org. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeartRadio station.
So yeah, 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles from me to the east.
ABC News reporting Vice President Kamala Harris has secured sufficient non-binding commitment for state delegations.
And it's hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do.
CBS News estimates Harris now has the support of enough delegates to...
KMOX 1120, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles to the south-southwest.
Crazy 48 hours for Kamala Harris's campaign. She's going to Wisconsin, and with this kind of being another...
As well as the host of In Grace Radio and TV.
Local, 1160 WYLL, Chicago.
Grace, this is Jim Scudder, and today we're going to be...
is pretty much the guaranteed nominee, but that's not for sure. We'll see what happens in the roll call vote, but that is looking more like a formality.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will address our joint meeting of Congress this week and has high-level meetings scheduled.
President Biden will meet with Netanyahu at the White House on Thursday. An aide to Vice President Kamala Harris says she'll also meet with Netanyahu, but decide over his speech because she's traveling to a previously scheduled event out of town.
So yeah, both the same.
With former President
1210, that is going to be WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles to the northeast.
Are planned over Netanyahu's handling over the war with Hamas in Gaza.
I'm going to speed up the dial.
I'm joined by investigative journalist and author Doug. There remains to the surface of the earth. This week, I'm joined by
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week. History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out. Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox, and then listen to the Quiz podcast to find out how you did. Play, share, and of course listen to The Quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
The global tech outage caused last week by CrowdStrike's faulty...
I understand where he's coming from. We'd like him to be out there. It's important for him to be out there, working with his teammates. So what he reported last week, taking part in everything else.
Okay, it should be 1530. Okay, cool. So yeah, 1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, 300 miles to the east.
But is not participating. Love did take place,
and eat up the cost that they've lost.
Charlie Capper with Fox 35 Orlando. Delta says it may...
Here's KXEL 1540, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles to the west. I know there's some guys that can pick this up in New York. That's cool.
Since Ed Sol Mendoza to 8 to 20 years behind bars. He pleaded guilty.
There's 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
I think it's popular for other reasons too.
President of baseball operations, what have you.
I think we got some music here on WPTX 1690, Lexington Park, Maryland. Quote me if I'm wrong. But 685 miles. I'm just going to check with the radio here. Because, yeah, these frequencies get really tight up at the top of the band. Yeah, it's in the right direction for Maryland. This way here. Our last station, 1700.
Let's give Babe Ruth for 100,000, 25,000.
News radio, sports radio, KBGG, 1700. Yeah, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west. Okay, we're done. Disengaging power. That's awesome. There it is, a Sony ICF-38 in the evening. Like most radios, they wake up and they sound fantastic. You know, with strong stations, you're going to have some selectivity issues, but not too bad. What I really like about this radio is just how accurate that indicator is, and the dial, just fantastic. That is great. You can't beat Sony quality. No backlash on the dial. Smooth analog tuning. You heard that. Going from station to station, just nice smooth transitions. No little, like, tick, 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 hiccup like DSP radios have. Like the cheaper ones that are out there. Well, this R37 by QFX, believe it or not, is the only QFX radio I like, and it sits on my bench. Yeah. But yeah, it has like the steps. And the newer Sonys do that too. They have the steps, the 19 and the 506. But the older ones don't. And that's probably why these are desirable. But there's a lot of these out there, guys. So if you're looking to get a nice analog experience, don't pass this one up. I mean, for the money, this is great. If you like radio, just get one of these and be happy. Plug it in the wall, and you're done. And you got your listening experience all day and all night. And you can't ask for better. This thing's just fantastic for what you get. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you like the radio, give it a big like. If you're a Sony fanboy, definitely give it a big like. Smash the like button. 2, if you like Sony products and want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon. I do like Sony radios, and when I see deals, I try to pick them up. Or, I ask for donations. Hey, you want to help me out? It's true. People do send me Sony radios, which is awesome. You know who you are. You've sent me a few. Quite a few, you guys. Let's see. 3, comment below what you think about the Sony ICF-38. Is it something you pick up in 2024 and beyond? Is this something you think is viable? I know people are all worried about the AM and FM bands disappearing in the United States. I don't think so. AM band's been around since what? 1910, 1920s? Yeah, I don't see that going anywhere really fast. Trust me. And it's active as can be. Really? It's not going anywhere. FM, the broadcast is fantastic. There's so much variety here in the States that I don't see them going to digital like they did in Europe. I really don't. There's just so much on the FM band. So, yeah, I think we're going to be fine for the next 20, 30 years easily. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you in my next video.